Shall I start, sir? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So, very good afternoon, everyone. Namaskar. I, Dr. Lata Vishnoi, extend a very warm welcome to all of you on the behalf of India Meteorological Department to this special program for the launch of new weather forecast products. It's my privilege to welcome distinguished dignitaries, senior scientists from MOES, scientists and officials from IMD, NCMRWF and IITM, members of the media, and all esteemed guests present here today. May I now respectfully welcome the dignitaries present on the dais. Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Honorable Minister of State for the Ministry of Science and Technology and Ministry of Earth Sciences, Ministry of State and Prime Minister's Office, Personal, Public Grievances and Pension, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space. Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences. Dr. Mrityunjay Mahapatra, Director General of Meteorology, India Meteorological Department. Dr. Surya Chandra Rao, Director, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, Pune. Dr. Shesh Kumar Guroshi, Head, Agromet Advisory Service Division, IMD. We are truly honored by your gracious presence. Before we begin to the program, may I now request Dr. M. Mohapatra, DGM IMD, to kindly present a bouquet to the Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji. Thank you, sir. May I request Dr. Surya Chandra Rao, Director IITM Pune, to kindly present a bouquet to the Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary MOES. Thank you, sir. To formally begin today's program, I now request Dr. M. Mahapatra, DGM IMD, to kindly deliver a welcome address.
Namaskar, good afternoon to all of you. Respected and Honorable Minister of Arts Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh Saab, respected Secretary, Minister of Arts Sciences, Dr. M. Ravichandran, Dr. Surya Chandra Rao, Dr. Raghavendra Ashrit, Dr. Shesh Kumar, dear friends and colleagues from Ministry of Arts Sciences, IMD, IITM, and NCMRWF, distinguished friends and colleagues from press and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I extend my heartiest greetings on behalf of all of you to our Honorable Minister for Arts Sciences for his gracious presence on this august occasion to release very important forecast products for the ensuing monsoon season. We are really grateful to you, sir, for being present here despite your busy schedule and being always available to us to provide your guidance and inspiration. The Minister of Arts Science has prospered with your able guidance and leadership in the recent years with introduction of many new initiatives, finally serving the society through the weather and climate informations. We are really grateful if you just count the number of initiatives which have been taken up in the recent time with the able guidance of you, sir. Among all of them is the Mission Mousam, which has been a very ambitious mission dedicated to the country by our Honorable and beloved Prime Minister, and which is in full swing for implementation. With respect to the specific agricultural processes, there has been very well coordinated efforts by all the agencies working in the country, and especially Minister of Agriculture and Minister of Earth Sciences. And as for the requirement of the stakeholders, IMD and MOES and other sister organizations have tried their best to bring out various initiatives, be it Kalpa and Sankalpa launched a few months back on the occasion of the Foundation Day of IMD, or be it today's initiative to provide the advanced dates of monsoon progress in the country, or very high resolution forecast products of rainfall during the monsoon season at a pilot stage for the state of Uttar Pradesh. Not only that, sir, there has been effort to improve in all aspects like observations, modeling, communications, forecasting, early warning, and also outreach with your able guidance and support. So I welcome you, sir, for this very auspicious occasion of releasing the special products for monsoon 2026. Honorable Secretary, Minister of Earth Sciences, Dr. M. Ravichandran, has been always a pillar of support to all the scientists and colleagues in the Ministry of Earth Sciences. With his innovative approach, we have been always in the forefront to bring out the research, innovations, and applications in the field of weather and climate sciences. Sir, with your inspiration, today we have come up to the stage where the collaboration is also a key to success. So there has been a very coordinated effort not only with the Minister of Agriculture but Minister of Water Resources or many ministries within the country. Perhaps there is no such field left out or no ministry left out who are not collaborating with MOES or IMD or sister organizations with respect to weather and climate informations and services to the society. So it has always been possible because of your endeavor and effort, cooperation, and guidance to all of us. I also express my deep gratitude and extend warm welcome to all our sister organizations, like especially the Minister of Agriculture. Our dear friends are present here. Thank you very much for making it available to be present here. And we are all working together, and will future also will work together for benefit of the society. So I especially welcome the team who have worked relentlessly and keeping the timeline in spot, in dot. The team from Ministry of Earth Sciences, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, and the team from National Center for Meteorological Forecasting and India Meteorological Department. It has always been a charm to work together and result in some kind of useful products and services for the benefit of the society. So once again, I extend warm welcome to all of you, and especially our friends from press and electronic media. Through you, only we are reaching out each and every person in the society. So you are the backbone for the agencies like Ministry of Earth Sciences and India Meteorological Department to take the initiatives to the doorstep of each person, including farmers or fishermen or the street vendors or anyone who needs the service at any time. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your warm welcome and insightful remarks. Under the able guidance of Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary MOES, the Ministry has taken several initiatives in the recent years to strengthen the weather and climate services in India. So now it's my privilege to invite sir for the opening remarks. Thank you, sir.
Respected Honorable Minister of Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Director General of Meteorology, Dr. Mohapatra, Director of Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, Dr. Surichandra Rao, and Dr. Sesakumar, and my colleagues and friends from Ministry of Earth Sciences and invitees from Ministry of Agriculture and media and other invitees. Very good morning and good afternoon to all of you. Indeed, it's a great pleasure to be here as part of this particular launch, because the Honorable our Prime Minister has announced the Mission Mausam in the last year. After that, there are many initiatives has taken place. Of course, the fruitful things will come little later, because the first cut of observations are being established. Either it is a radar or maybe in situ observation like automatic weather station and many other things we are in the process of installing. Once it is this observation system feed into our system, definitely we are going for more and more what is called improving weather forecast. IMD is working hard for improving the weather forecast, not only short term but also in the long term, medium range, as well as all other time scales, as well as spatial scales also. And it is very difficult nowadays because of the climate change. The predictability in spatial time scales of a kilometer or even sub-kilometer range or maybe few kilometer range is very difficult. But that is the need of the hour because the rainfall or anything is happening such a isolated location nowadays. So it is imperative that we need to forecast. And for that, I think the conventional numerical model we are using, it is not sufficient because of various physics or approximations involved is not suitable to go such a high resolution, and also the compute requirements are very high. So it is difficult. So I think with the help of IITM and NCMWF and IMD, they jointly together, they have come out with not only the numerical model, but also the data-driven AI model they have used, fused them together so that you can have a better forecast to improve the weather forecast at different time scales. This particular product is basically it is a user-driven. Agriculture Ministry is needed this information very badly. So that is why we started working on it as a pilot phase in UP, because the density of observations are high in UP, especially either you take a rain gauge or automatic weather station. The number of stations are very high. So if you have more and more observational data, so that we can use more and more AI technique in order to improve the forecast. That is the main objective. So the first one is the forecast of monsoon advance over different parts of the country. This is basically when the monsoon will start, so that the agriculture field will be ready to receive the rainfall, so that we can have a better system in place. So that one, I think earlier we used to give only onset of the monsoon in southern tip of India, and we slowly progresses different states. Now we are going to give a granular scale, even like a district level, this district when the monsoon will be onset. Maybe you will have a video about this product. Maybe we can, if you have any questions, we can discuss that particular. It is very important for the agriculture purpose. And earlier years, some of the international agencies started providing. Now from this year, I think our own country, we are able to do it, not only observations, but also numerical model, but also AI, whatever technique is available. With all these resources we have put in together, we are going with the pilot experiment in the 1 kilometer scale resolutions. I am sure that it is an evolutionary process. This year, maybe next year, we have more and more observations and more states to come on. And it is also provoking other states, please incorporate more observations similar to UP, so that we can also give for 1 kilometer scale resolution for the forecast and other things. That is the main objective. So, and also the Ministry of Earth Sciences, along with what is called India Meteorological Department, we are now targeting not only general forecast, but user stakeholder requirement forecast. I think last 2 years, Ministry of Power and Ministry of Earth Sciences, we are working together as a joint team, how to improve the renewable forecast, renewable energy forecast. So for that, we have worked very closely. I think both the NCMWF as well as IITM and IMD, they have worked together for bringing the renewable energy forecast, and we have a quarterly meeting of both secretary and myself, and it has been tremendous progress has been achieved. Now we are working on agriculture. Similarly, now we are going for other sector also, because each sector required different kind of input or weather or any other things. So that's why we are attacking the stakeholders purpose, stakeholder wise what we can do. And this product, of course, the monsoon forecast of the monsoon advance has been mainly developed by IITM, and also there are some international agencies and especially Chicago University and other people, they worked together and they brought out this product. So I am very thankful to the team of IITM to bringing out this. And this high resolution forecast for the rainfall forecast for UP by NCMRWF, I think especially Amar Jyoti and team, they have done very good amount of work, as well as they have tried to do in short time, they are able to build it and make it operational. I think from today it will be operational. Whenever the monsoon sets, then it will be available for all the users, particularly Agriculture Ministry through API, it will be available. So I once again thank you all for making this product available, and I thank especially our Honorable Minister for making it available today to launch this important product. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for inspiring address and valuable guidance. We now move to the most important segment of today's program, the launch of the new weather forecast products. Today there are 2 launches, as sir already told about it. So these products will further strengthen the weather forecasting and support the important sectors like agriculture, disaster management, public services, contributing towards the better service to the nation. May I now request Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji to kindly press the button on the remote to launch the first product, the forecast of monsoon advance over
Indian
the different
Institute
parts of
of
the
Tropical
country.
Meteorology has developed monsoon advance forecast for different parts of the country. The system currently provides forecasts for 3,196 blocks across 15 states and 1 union territory, covering major regions of the country. Monsoon onset over a block is identified based on 2 important conditions: the beginning of a continuous 5-day wet spell and the absence of any prolonged dry spell during the following 30 days. To generate accurate forecasts, the framework combines advanced numerical weather prediction models and artificial intelligence techniques, including AIFS, IITM, extended range prediction systems, and statistical forecasting approaches. The system generates weekly probabilistic forecasts every Wednesday and can predict monsoon advance up to 4 weeks in advance. Hindcast evaluations over the core monsoon zone show a mean absolute error of nearly 4 days, demonstrating the capability of modern AI-driven forecasting technologies. This innovative system supports agriculture planning, water resource management, disaster preparedness, climate resilience, and weather-based decision-making, among other applications across India.
Thank you, sir. Now I once again request sir to kindly launch the second product, the high special resolution rainfall forecast for Uttar Pradesh state as a
National
pilot
Center
service.
for Medium Range Weather Forecasting has developed a high-resolution rainfall forecasts over Uttar Pradesh to support agriculture, water resources, renewable energy, and disaster management. A new high-resolution rainfall forecasting system has been developed for Uttar Pradesh. The government of Uttar Pradesh has established a dense network of automatic rain gauges and automatic weather stations across the state, providing valuable real-time weather observations. NCMRWF has developed an advanced AI-driven weather downscaling framework using diffusion technology. The system dynamically converts hourly rainfall forecasts from the indigenous Mithuna global model from 12.5 km resolution down to 4 km and finally to ultra-high 1 km resolution. The framework integrates multiple observational datasets, including AWS and ARG rainfall observations, Doppler weather radar products, and satellite-based precipitation data. This operational system can generate hourly rainfall forecasts for Uttar Pradesh up to 10 days in advance. The products will be disseminated through API-based services and made available on the websites of NCMRWF, IMD, and IITM for near real-time applications and decision support. This next-generation AI-enabled rainfall forecasting system marks a major advancement in high-resolution weather prediction for Uttar Pradesh, enabling more accurate, location-specific, and timely decision support for agriculture, water management, disaster preparedness, and sustainable development.
Thank you, sir. Sir, under your able guidance, Ministry of Earth Science has attained a new heights in weather and climate service in the recent years. Under the leadership of Honorable Minister, sir, your vision, leadership, and innovative approach continue to inspire the entire MOS family, especially the meteorological community. Your leadership, path-breaking approach have led to the many new initiatives, including digital governance, augmentation of the observation and forecasting infrastructure, and especially the mission MOSM. Now it's my proud privilege to invite Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji to address the gathering.
On the dais, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Dr. M. Ravi Chandran, Director General, IMD, Dr. Mahapatra, Dr. Surya Chandra Rao from IIM Pune, Dr. Garoshi, senior members of the fraternity, senior scientists and officers from the Ministry of Earth Sciences, IMD, and incidentally, a reasonably good number of media friends. So I was telling Secretary MOES that at last IMD has started attracting media. Because earlier on, it was not found a subject of great interest. But I think that is also been possible because of all those reasons which were being enumerated by the Director General, the kind of prioritization and the center stage that the IMD has begun to occupy in the last 1 decade or so, and the manner in which, on the eve of the 150th anniversary, it was none less than Prime Minister himself who came to grace the occasion. And then again at his initiative, Mission MOSM was rolled out, something which usually is not expected, and hardly did anyone think that there would be a dedicated mission even for IMD. So it's been a long journey from the times when IMD was a subject of jokes to today being an essential part of our everyday living, from being just twice a day radio broadcast to being a seamless part of our mobile app. Because the other day also somebody reminded me when I said that the two broadcasts that happened on the radio usually were so confusing that you couldn't make out anything out of it, and everything could be predicted as right. When they said कि दूर दूर तक गरज कर छींटे पड़ेंगे लेकिन आमतौर पर मौसम खुश्क रहेगा. So from that point till now, where we are able to forecast the extent of rainfall, whether it will be drizzling, whether it will be heavy, to the extent even the size of the raindrop. So that has been the technological transformation over the last few years. And our statistics bear out that this has happened primarily after 2014. I think the Director General will correct me if I am wrong, that we just had about 16 or 17 radars till about 10 years back. Today we have 50, exactly 50, and we hope to add 50 more through Mission MOSM. So you can understand, in 65 years, we could establish 17. In subsequent 11 to 12 years, almost 33, and 50 more in the coming. And that has led to huge amount of credibility, trustworthiness. When you had an earthquake, I think that was last year, February, in some parts of Delhi, the website got choked. And we started receiving messages that your website is not working. Only later on we realized that website was not prepared to receive so many messages in a bulk simultaneously. So learning from that lesson, then we had to upgrade that website, because earlier on the websites were not used to attract the visitors. So, and now people are also simultaneously, when there's an important occasion in the family, like a wedding or something, they simultaneously consult the Pandit astrologer and Pandit Mahapatra. So that is the kind of recognition, acknowledgement we have received even in the society. The programs like Now, where you can plan out your next 3 hours, and we started off from Mumbai, Chennai, the more rain-prone places, where you can even decide whether to carry the umbrella with you or not. So, and now as we see the early warning systems, and this has all happened as a result of the augmentation of all the different technologies available to us. The observational network, the data network, the high performance computing as was being mentioned by Dr. Ravichandran, and also the dissemination channels, versatile, varied and multiple. The automatic weather stations have also been installed in a big way in Delhi, also in other places. Only recently, learning from last year's experience, we announced automatic weather stations for Uttarakhand, for Jammu and Kashmir, specifically for that place where you had that Jasoti cloudburst, the infamous, that happened just one day before the Independence Day. Because so much is the demand coming now from the general public. And today we have this, so all this has led to a shift from a traditional weather forecast to what is now being discussed or described as impact-based forecast. So you don't ask what will be the weather tomorrow. You ask what will the weather do tomorrow. So we are actually in a position to furnish the extent of impact, the nature of impact, and how to mitigate or compromise or neutralize that impact. And for the first time, I am glad, I must compliment Dr. Ravichandran for that. The launch being done today is for the first time also incorporating artificial intelligence in the working of IMD, which means tomorrow, if any forecast goes wrong, the media may not blame our intelligence, you should blame the artificial intelligence. But having said that in a lighter vein, I think that has been because we have always been very forward-looking, very futuristic in our approach, and also future-ready. Now, and I think I don't have to repeat because it's already described the AI-enabled forecast of monsoon, which will be done every Wednesday. And the pilot project which we have started from Uttar Pradesh, the high special resolution rainfall forecast. And I think two important components is that the resolution up to 1 kilometer and duration up to 10 days through automatic rain gauges and automatic weather stations. So this is a pilot project which has started from UP, but it's not doesn't mean that it will confine only to UP. We'll go to other parts of the country also. Incidentally, we have started from there, but it's a huge achievement that you are able to furnish the agriculturist, the farmer, information up to the resolution of 1 kilometer, which means he can, even in the span of his field, he can decide where to sow when and where not to sow when, which seed is going to be more acceptable in which part of the field, where not, and when, and at what precise time. And this has been also, as the DG rightly mentioned, an example of the whole of government approach. We have the IMD, we have IITM, we have NCMRWF, and since we know that India gets about 70 to 90% of the total rainfall of the monsoon season, and of late we have been witnessing extreme weather conditions, also uncertain weather conditions. Like for example, in April, you had winter in summer and you also had summer in winter. So March was very hot. Then April there was a spell of 5-6 days when you pulled back your pullovers, and 2 days later again it was very hot. So in a condition like this, what is required is a forecast which is precise and also which is location specific. And that is most critical for the agriculturists because they have a huge stake for urban planning, for the construction work, when to suspend, when to go ahead, and of course for the disaster. There has been a 40% increase in accuracy of forecast in the severe weather events. That's again to be complimented to IMD. Our cyclone forecast for 72 hours has also improved by 35 to 30%, 30 to 35% in the last about 5 years. Forecast error in 5 years has reduced from 7.5% to 2.5%, and extended range forecast of monsoon accuracy has improved by 15% for 2 weeks, again over the last 5 years. And now we have multi-channel disseminations. We have WhatsApp, we have SMS, we have Kisan portal, we have the television. And therefore, I think now what is required is the information is available to all the stakeholders. The compliance is something which is often not stressed. And much of the disaster which is witnessed in the last 2 years happened because the compliance was not absolute. So that is why I was insisting that if required, we will also try to reach out to the district collectors in the respective places. Like, for example, we have now started in UP, we can write a letter from the DG to the collectors over there. Because last year, when there was unpredictably high rainfall, the forecast was accurate. But in spite of that, certain regions suffered heavily, certain not. And then I did try to do some research, and I found that in certain areas, the DM had been so alert and so strict that whenever they saw this, the red color, they would immediately suspend the traffic because that was the guidelines on the national highway. Others did not. They said, let's see what happens, then we'll take a step. Sometimes they succumbed even to our pressure from the public representatives. In fact, one of the DM suspended the traffic early morning at about 7:30, and I started receiving phone calls कि साहब किस सनकी को लगा दिया इधर, सारी दुनिया में गाड़ियाँ चल रही हैं, ये हाईवे बंद कर दिया, ट्रैफिक जाम हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया. मैंने कहा भाई, we can't interfere because she is following a guideline, so it will be objectionable. Even if she's done a sunk, I can't help it. And believe you me, at 3:30, the highway gave way. And then all the national highway authorities have to come there. It took about 2 weeks to restore that. So, whereas some places in Uttarakhand, other where it had not been followed, the damage was much more. And third part is the encroachments happening. Last year, what was seen in the border areas of Punjab was not cloudburst or a very, of course, the rainfall was heavy. It was also because of the water logging happening. So, the urban planners will also have to be taken into confidence, because to prevent constructions happening where they have not to take place. And finally, the citizens. Last year, when in the month of August, when he had these damages, I had the opportunity of traveling across Punjab and the border areas of Jammu and Kashmir, which were heavily waterlogged, because the government had assigned me to do so. And we saw some of the bridges where the panels had been eroded because of illegal mining. Then I appealed to the citizens. I said, don't think that you are making money at the cost of someone else. Tomorrow your kith and kin may also be driving on the same bridge and the bridge gives way. So I think now what the IMD could do has done sufficiently. We are now no less than anyone else in the world. But what we would now appeal is cooperation from the other stakeholders, the administration, the builders, and finally the common citizen. So all the very best. I'm sure this new opening is going to take IMD to the next level of its progress. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, sir, as always, for your motivating and encouraging address. Your every thoughts and word of advice brings a new direction for the betterment of society and the nation. As we come to the close of today's program, I now invite Dr. Shesh Kumar Goroshi, Head, Agromet Advisory Service, to propose the vote of thanks.
Hello, sir. I'm Srishti from CNN News 18. Sir, could you explain to us how different is the first product from the current forecast for monsoon? We anyways keep tracking the monsoon as it advances to the country. So how different it is? It said, I think, 15 states. So could you give us some details?
Yeah. Earlier we used to say when the onset of the monsoon in Kerala, it starts, suppose on June 1st it starts. That's all. Then whatever progress we can tell. What is the progress? But we never said, okay, so-and-so district or so-and-so block will come rain this particular date. Like that we never said. So this is basically block level forecast 10 days before, so that the farmers be ready for particular land preparations and other things, they can make it ready. So earlier we used to tell very crude way. That means next week it may further progress. But we never said quantitatively this particular district, this time it will come. Now we are able to.
The very fact you have reduced the resolution to 1 kilometer, A, and secondly, you have that Gram Panchayat program, which we launched last year, no?
That is only, yes.
Panchayat Mausam Seva. So you've gone down from being region-wise to state-wise, now up to the Panchayat, and now also almost field-wise. Because we have reduced considerably, we hope to reduce further also. So two factors, one is the specificity, how precise, and second is the location.
The progress every day we give.
And that is given every day.
This
And
will
that is
be
why
the first
the,
15
that is why
states.
the AI component is also there to enable that.
Why 15 states? Yeah, that is because the signals to noise ratio is very high only in the 15 states. One. That, and also these are all agriculture, what is called rain-fed area. There only they need first. Yeah.
Does not mean that we will be confining only to 15 states.
Yeah.
We now have a setup which is covering the entire land area of India. In the last 10-12 years, so many automated weather stations have been set up. New regional centers are in the making. New radars, as I said, from 17 in 2014, we've already reached 50 under Mission Mausam announced by Prime Minister Modi. We hope to install another 50. So virtually every inch of Indian peninsula is being covered. So it's just the beginning. Now, like for example, the second program also, the pilot has been undertaken in Uttar Pradesh, which doesn't mean that we'll confine. So usually the tendency is we start from the high stake area. Like for example, when the Now program was started, which gives you a forecast precisely of the next 3 hours to plan your next 3 hours, movement from one part of the city or commuting from one part of the city to the other part, we started off from Mumbai for the simple reason that's high rain prone. And then we went over to Chennai. Now we are going to Delhi also. So that we usually tend to start from the region which requires us more for that particular.
So good afternoon, this is Sanjay. So my question is the AI part. So means how enabled are we, and do we have a specific AI team who's working from here, from this IMD? And secondly, sir, is NDRF and IMD, are they linked? Because in case of any disaster, then how do you do it, sir?
Of course, it is second one is first. It is always linked. So they are. We have given the API to them.
Actually, not only NDRF, aviation is linked, Navy is linked, even the media is linked. No, honestly, because the WhatsApp messages, we have also included some of the media groups in that. Is that right? Many media groups also included. It's only that many are not accessing that information on time or in time, and B, many are not complying with it or taking it seriously enough.
So the AI team, what you have asked is, we have a team in IMD, we have a team in IITM, we have a team in NCMWF now. So all the three, they work together and they see that how validity and other things. Yes, they have team, separate dedicated team.
So Jacob from the Hindu. So my question is, for the first forecast, are you using a 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer resolution model for this blockwise? So that is only for the
Final.
for the UP one.
Final product.
For the final product.
Yeah.
Secondly, sir, just a more general question is, this year is a very crucial year because now we have been warned of a strong El Nino in the second half. We are also seeing a global concern regarding access to fertilizers, etc. So farming, etc., is a very crucial phase in this particular monsoon that we are facing. So number one, do we have any additional updates regarding the development of the El Nino, etc.? And how can this service that you have developed, how do you think it will actually play out in this particular season?
Whether El Nino occurs or La Nina occurs or it is not occurring, this forecast is not dependent on that.
Yeah, but
So
just
how-
in general. Yeah.
So it is a general, it is for everybody's forecast. This forecast is general. So whether it is El Nino occurs or not, it is not dependent on that. The signal strength is visible in the model output. Of course, when the El Nino is, I think last time when they forecasted it is.
DG made a
Yeah,
press
DG.
conference. You just repeat what you said at your press conference.
Yeah, thank you, Jakabji. So this information will be regularly updated. So when we issue that monsoon advance will take place, say for example, in certain districts of UP or certain districts of Punjab, Haryana, so that will get updated next Wednesday again. And every Wednesday this product will be generated. The second point is that, as all of us know, that every day we issue a forecast of 7 days. As Honorable Minister Saab told, even though we are showing the area of 16 states, but forecast for onset and advance of monsoon provided for the entire country. But these areas will have more specific
Why don't
informations.
you arrange a visit for them to this, your IMD room?
Yes, sir.
If you,
Control room.
Press conference there only.
oh,
Yeah.
you went there last time?
Yeah.
Some,
There was no power,
so some of you, I think, went there. So it's very fascinating seeing. You can focus on any region of the country.
Yeah.
And you can then, come down to, you can narrow down your focus to a particular spot as well.
Yeah.
And you can, at the same time, also be able to tell what is happening where.
Yeah.
So if you have not visited, we'll arrange
Yes.
a visit.
And with
by
respect to
that
this,
control room
we have
that we
got seasonal forecast. Then seasonal forecast will be updated. Monsoon onset date forecast is there. Then you will have forecast monthly. And within the month, we have got every Thursday issuing the extended range forecast for next 4 weeks. And every day issuing the forecast for next 7 days. And within the day of occurrence, there will be nowcast for every 3 hours. So there is a continuity of forecast and continuity in guidance for the impact expected and action suggested.
So also this block and this forecast, how can an ordinary like block level would be of interest to farmers, etc. So will we be getting this only through our normal website channels, or is there a different app or website or?
Yeah. So this information will be available in website. In addition to that, we are providing this information to Ministry of Agriculture. Our friends are present here through APIs. And this information accordingly will be communicated to the farmers of those blocks through different portals. So that
You have dedicated farmers portals as well. So
Sir-
both you have the online portals, you have SMS also. Every Thursday?
Yes, sir.
SMS.
You want to say something? You want to say?
You can add.
How it is?
We have colleagues from the agriculture, so they'll be able to help.
Good afternoon. I'm Anindya Banerjee, advisor in the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Basically, what we have created is AgriStack, which links the land to an individual, that is the farmer. And when you have such hyper-localized information available, it helps the farmer in his decision-making process. The information that IMD generates, it is consumed in a portal which we call as the Krishi Decision Support System. And there the granular information up to the plot level is available. So by drilling down to that particular plot level, you can get to know what crops he has grown during the last seasons, how much area of land that particular plot has. Such sort of granular information is there, and based on that, if information from the meteorological department is available, then the farmer can plan for his sowing. Then he can look for when the crop is already grown, then he can schedule his irrigation accordingly. Then he can also at the end stage he can also think about harvesting. if there are extreme weather events predicted around that particular local area. So this gives him complete flexibility in his operations and also empowers him so that he moves from a completely weather god dependent farming scenario to an empowered scenario where he takes the decisions on based on certain information which is authentic, which is trustworthy. Thank you.
That is what I try to spell out in a single sentence. It's now impact based forecast. So the impact is the cornerstone. And secondly, just as he has mentioned, all the other stakeholders are also now, expressing their satisfaction over there. Like, for example, the other day, we had some members of the Pilots Association. They said our task has become much, much easier to fly, even in the turbulent weathers. Everything comes there. They don't even have to wait for the ground station to communicate.
But sir, this is Sandeep from Financial Express. How it works, like you announce the arrival of monsoon over Kerala on a particular day. Then how it's happened? Every Wednesday will get update, or every day?
Oh no, every Wednesday is one, plus every 7 days is daily. For example, today is what day? Today is Tuesday. Yeah. So up to next Monday, tomorrow Wednesday, tomorrow up to next Tuesday. So like that. It's not that only weekly. It's almost.
And this entire monsoon season, or just arrival?
No,
part?
it's throughout the year. Throughout the year. In the monsoon season, it acquires relevance from the point of view of monsoon. In other seasons, for other reasons. Like, for example, when you have the foggy season, then again it becomes relevant from another point of view.
So that's Aparna from Press Trust of India.
The most important advantage is that, Sandeep ji, whenever we will declare onset of monsoon over Kerala, on the same day you will come to know when monsoon will arrive in Bihar or Uttar Pradesh or Madhya Pradesh or Punjab or Haryana or Delhi.
Sir, this is Aparna from Press Trust of India. Sir, I want to understand that how this hyper-localized information be communicated to the vulnerable communities and especially people who don't have access to mobile phones.
As I said, the modes of dissemination are multiple, not confined to mobile alone. Otherwise, of course, the large population of India already is using mobile today. More than 100 crore. But that apart, it is available there on radio, it is available there through television, it is available there through SMS, it's also available through print media. So there are multiple channels available, it's not that. And plus, since it's also made available to the administrators, the district collectors, the panchayat functionaries, they also become our communicators and passengers in such situations. You want to add?
Every panchayat, sarpanch, ward member and panchayat secretary, they are getting the information for further communicating to the people.
And in case, if somebody doesn't have, as you said, then the person who is handling the panchayat or who's a panchayat functionary would be expected to do so.
Yeah. And next is the Pashu Sakhi, Krishi Sakhi. Those who are available in blocks and panchayats, they are getting direct information. They can communicate to all women or all the people, those who are dealing with animal husbandry or agriculture. Similarly, mandis, जहाँ कृषक भाई और बहनों आते हैं बेचने के लिए, हर मंडी में ये डिस्प्ले हो रहा है, फोरकास्ट क्या है, around 2000 mandis. So like that, there is a redundancy and multiple.
Even in the panchayats, that they dedicated that panchayat Mausam that you started, Mausam Gram, you have a display even in the panchayat ghar. So one who incidentally doesn't have access through mobile or through even SMS can visually see that. So it's not difficult that way.
Sir, since this forecast is throughout the year, have you included temperature as a factor and breeze.
No, incidentally, the discussion got revolved around rainfall, but that doesn't mean that IMD doesn't deal with the temperature. Certainly, in fact, there was a statement put out by me, I think about 4-5 days back, where we actually dedicated to what the sir is mentioning, or the temperature part of it, how many hot days in the month of May, because there was some kind of an apprehension that May is going to be hotter than usual or higher than normal this year. So we actually spelled out those days where the temperature may be more than normal maximum, may be more than normal minimum, and also the days where it could be otherwise. Which in other words sought to convey that it's not as alarming, so we need not be alarmed. So we are certainly putting out the temperature records every day, and we are putting out in a graphic manner. Yes, even humidity and the other components of it.
Hi, Afra Abubakar from Informist Media. Sir, I just need a clarification on the frequency of the forecast. You said it is daily, but it is given for the week. Did I understand it right?
That is one pattern. We have multiple patterns. The DG will add to that. We have, for example, now. Now is for maybe 3 hours. Suppose you have to go to cover an event and you have estimated your time that you will take 1 hour traveling, 1 hour computing, 1 hour computing, 1 hour at the press meet or whatever, and then 1 hour coming back to your newspaper office. You can decide whether to carry an umbrella with you or not. You see, so we have for different sections of people and different professionals also very dedicated. So this 1 week is for next week, every day, extending by 1 day. Then Wednesday, many of them, he was talking mostly from the point of view of the agriculturists. But it doesn't mean that for other stakeholders, other citizens, we don't have such a dedicated enabling provisions. You want to add?
Yes, sir. So, first we start with the season. Say, for example,
the long range forecast, that has also now improved.
Yes.
Then we have the short range. So we have for different sections of society, depending on your convenience. And that, yes, we have for 24 hours.
Yes, sir.
We have for 48 hours. Suppose you are traveling from Delhi to Mumbai, you have a meeting there. You can decide whether to time it not for tomorrow or definite.
So my question was concerned with the monsoon advance. Is the update going to be given daily or?
Yes.
Okay.
Daily. Yes.
And more regionally this time, rather than just states.
Yes. More specifically,
and as he mentioned, for example, when the monsoon arrives in Kerala, the first rainfall, that may make it possible for us to be more precise about its next destination. So we would be virtually charting out the itinerary of the monsoon, just as you chart out the itinerary of your travel journey.
Yeah.
About monsoon, 10 days, you said 10 days in advance you can predict about the onset in a particular place. Now that Andaman is supposed to get monsoon on 20th of May, can you tell us 10 days, we are 12th now, so can you tell us
Another 3 more days are there, na? Another 2 more days, wait.
For Andaman, already we have given a statement for last 2 days. Today also we have told, towards the end of this week, monsoon will arrive over South Bay of Bengal, adjoining Andaman Sea and parts of Andaman Nicobar Islands.
any specific how the progress is likely to be over Andaman?
Yeah, that will show with the isolines, it will be shown.
We have to wait for one more parameter tomorrow, after that we
So let's move to the closing of this today's program. So now I invite Dr. Shesh Kumar Guroshi to kindly propose a vote of thanks.
So Namaskar, good afternoon to all. Honorable Union Minister of State, Independent Charge, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jiten Singh sir, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Dr. M. Ravichandran sir, Director General of Meteorology, Dr. M. Mohapatra sir, Director IITM Pune, Dr. Suraj Chandra Rao, and distinguished dignitaries, scientists, officials, and members of media, ladies and gentlemen. So it's my privilege to propose vote of thanks on this occasion of the launch of weather forecast products today. So on behalf of India Meteorological Department and Ministry of Earth Sciences, so I express our sincere gratitude to Honorable Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh sir for gracing this event and for his continued guidance and support towards strengthening India's weather and climate services under Mission Mosam and Vision 2047. So I extend heartfelt thanks to Dr. M. Ravichandran, Secretary MOES, for inspiring leadership and valuable remarks, and Dr. M. Mohapatra, DGM IMD, for his continued efforts in advancing weather forecast services. I sincerely thank Dr. Surya Chandra Rao and Dr. V.S. Prasad, Head NCMRWF, and Dr. Ravendra Shri, so for contribution in the development of weather forecast products to this collaborative project of MOES, IMD, IITM, and NCMRWF. So I also thank all the scientists, so officers and advisors and Director MNCFC and Advisor Ministry of Earth Sciences, Dr. Pramir Kumar, Program Head Ministry of Earth Sciences, and all staff members, collaborating institutes, and media representative for their valuable contribution and presence. Finally, I thank all the distinguished guests, participants for making this event a success. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you everyone. So with this we conclude today's program. So lunch has been arranged outside the Mahika Hall. Please join us. All are requested to kindly join us for the lunch. Thank you and namaskar.